everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for those who are new and clicking on this video for the first time, this channel for the first time. Welcome, and welcome back to those who continue to tune in from week to week. I thank you everybody for your patience. There was just a video, what was that, Wednesday? I did not put up a video. I did put up a post letting you know, and I believe because I pre-recorded my previous video before that I didn't know if I would have a video up on Wednesday, and I did not, and was not trying to force myself to get a video up. So we are back in the sewing room. I am going to share with you what I am working on. Some things got pushed back a little bit, but first let me just tell you, I have not been in my sewing room for over a week, and partly the reason why there wasn't a video on Wednesday. But first, before I get into that, for those who were on the list, okay, now y'all, the sewing advent boxes are available, and I did bump up the quantity ever so slightly to accommodate the influx of people that were on the list. And so now, y'all, the boxes are out there. Thank you to everybody who was like, I'm snapping them up. Thank you everybody who went ahead and made your purchase. Actually, the other thing I'm doing behind the scenes right now this week is recording me everything related to the advent boxes behind the scenes, but that video will go up after the unboxing. So for the 12-day advent box, for those who are like, what are you talking about, advent box? So the sewing theme advent box are 12 different gifts, 12 different items that you will unbox starting on December 13th. I will be unboxing. I will do a little, maybe under a 5-minute video. I'm gonna try to keep it like that, depending on what the item is, how much I need to talk about it. But I'm gonna try to keep those to about 5 minutes. I'm gonna keep them really short, because I'll do that, a video a day, the 13th through the 24th, opening up with you the 12 different items. So if you are, again, new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because that is going to be fun. But behind the scenes of me packaging up, deciding what item is going to be opened up on what day, I'm recording a whole separate video for that, just in case anybody might be interested to get behind my thought process of what how I was putting everything together, and of course boxing everything up. But so anyway, that is, the advent boxes are available, so you'll get 12 surprises that you can unbox every day in December, and those boxes are set to go out the week of, I think they're going to end up going out a few days early, providing the one thing I'm waiting for arrives. And the last thing is like the last thing I'm waiting for, which I'm pretty sure, I think they're going to go out a little earlier than anticipated. Y'all know how I like to do. But anyway, so that is what I'm working on. So for those who are interested in advent boxes, sewing theme advent boxes, go ahead and support your girl. The link is down below. Yeah, it's going to be really, really good. You don't want to miss it. Now here's the thing, I know some people like to wait till after, you know, the season, and like, oh, I'll get a box because it'll be marked down. No, these will not be marked down. And if I run any sale on my website, these boxes will not be included in any sale. So I just want to put that out there to be clear about the box. If for whatever reason I do not sell all of the boxes, the extras that I did order, they're going in what will be the SewNaturalDane vault, and I will, sometime in the future, and it will not ever be marked down. Though the boxes will never be marked down. That will be the price. So that is the price that you see. And so for those who might be waiting to after the holiday thinking, oh, I'll grab it after and get it for a discount, no, there will be no discount. So I would say go ahead, get out there and grab your box. It's going to be so good. So, and I will have to reposition you, maybe not. I need to grab my scissors though, my cutting scissors, my paper scissors, and I'll share with you what I am working on. So I had to go to Wisconsin. For those who don't know, I'm in Texas, but I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My husband and I have been down here 9 years now. And so, anyway, we traveled back and forth home for a variety of reasons. And so I had on my family side a family emergency, and so I needed to go home and help with it. Actually, my grandmother had fallen, and so there was just a lot of things that I needed to go home and help my mother with, my family with, in different things. And so it's that season of life that, you know, I hear about all the time, about once you become, you know, at this age, you begin to parent the grandparent, parent the parent, and it's a challenge because I want to, you know, I'm like, you gotta do now, do this, da, 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 da. But it's all in the delivery. I know, I understand it, and I'm learning, but yeah, it's been, yeah. So I was home for not a full week. It was back in Wisconsin for about 5 days, and I was nonstop running from the time I got up. Thank God the hotel I stayed at serves breakfast. So, and plus where I stayed, they had, you know, refrigerator and all that different stuff. So I was able to buy some food and keep it in the hotel. I did not stay with family because it was just so much. It was just a lot going on, a lot of different things, a lot of moving pieces. And so that was like the quickest thing to do. And for me to be able to do some other things, just, you all know how it goes. So I thank God that place I stayed at, but we always stay at places that serve breakfast anyway. But it also had the refrigerator, microwave, and all that, so I was able to, you know, buy some foods and have it there. So because I would leave early in the morning and would not get back to the hotel to like 12-13 hours later, and so those were my days. So of course when I got back, I was exhausted. My flight got delayed out of DC only because the plane, I guess the plane that was supposed to fly to Texas, that was my connecting flight in DC, it had broken down, so they had to get a new plane. So it didn't have anything to do with what's going on right now, but I will say my going out, my coming in and out of Texas, Milwaukee back, was smooth. Just that little delay in getting from DC back to Texas, because I didn't get home, I think, till Monday morning, like 1 o'clock in the morning. You talking about exhausted. And so I slept. I took off Monday from the 9 to 5 and slept, and then I've just been slowly trying to recoup my energy, and now here it is Saturday, and I am just stepping back into my sewing room. Well, I take that back. I was in here yesterday briefly, but what I am working on now, and I can pan down so you can see, and I'll share with you, where's the fabric? Oh, I moved the fabric, so I'll share with you the fabric. But the item that I'm cutting out is what I did was purchase the Made for Mermaids Winnie pants. I've talked about this on my channel before. Roz from So Much Fabric, she hosts the Sewing Fashionistas meetup every other month, and earlier this year she wore these pants. She made and wore these pants at her meeting. I fell in love with them, and I always said I would get them, but I kept missing the sales for Made for Mermaids and everything like that. And so this recent sale, I think it was an anniversary or birthday, I can't remember what it was, just recently, I grabbed the Winnies, and so I went ahead and I just taped it together. It was just the pants. Y'all know I don't like taping PDFs together, but this one I went ahead and taped because I saw how many pages it was. I was like, oh, that's not bad, I'll just tape it up. So I did that. That was already done like 2 weeks ago, and then of course with everything I had to kind of put a pause on things. But now I'm at the point where everything is taped together. I'm getting ready to cut them out now, let the pattern out as well as the fabric. Now the fabric I am using, now I have my sewing table here, you'll see in a moment. But the fabric I am using is actually a wool ponte from Roz. I purchased this, oh, the date is not on here. I feel like this was 2 years ago. but it's a Merlot. I know she is out of stock, but I was trying to figure out the perfect project I wanted for this, because I knew I wanted it to be pants, but as much as I wear more dresses and skirts, so when I do make bottoms, I try to make bottoms I know I will wear on repeat in a style and everything like that. And so the Winnie pants are knit. They're made from knit. I love that little pinstripe look down the front. But this is a Merlot and Wheat houndstooth wool ponte knit, and it is 57 inches wide, 80% wool, 20% polyester, and I have 2.5 yards. And I'm just looking at the card that Roz always provides with her fabrics. So this is the fabric. This is the fabric here, and I have more than enough. I have more. I don't even know what I would do with the extra. I wonder if I can make a tank. I probably can get a tank. Oh, that would look nice. But so let me hold this up for you. Look at that, and I love the color. So let me hold it up so you can see that houndstooth look. Oh, and here's the stretch. This is going to make some beautiful Winnie pants, and this is something I will wear a lot. And because I don't typically do a lot of like print on bottoms, but I think these are going to look so good. And I'm hoping, I should, because I have 2.5 yards. I have to look and see exactly. You'll see in the review how many yards, you know, this pattern requires. But this fabric is so good, and it is going to be absolutely fabulous in these pants. Like I say, I should have enough to get a tank out of, and I'm thinking the Pattern Emporium's the Works tank, I'll be able to do that, because I've also wanted to make that for a while. And so yeah, but here, let me show you real quick. Here's my table. So it's just kind of hanging right now, and I'm just getting ready to cut the pattern pieces and everything. And I've already read through the instructions, and I should be that. And plus there's a video here on YouTube, so I was like, I'll just probably watch the video just so I can see. It looked pretty straightforward, if I'm honest, but yeah, we shall see, and you'll get a full review. Hopefully that will be the video that goes up on Wednesday, but we shall see. And then the next thing I think I'm gonna work on is, I believe I'm going to wear this to the, because this Roz hosts the Sewing Fashionistas Christmas party, and so that's coming up in December. It's the first Saturday, I believe, in December. And so remember, I'm going to use this that I got this from in Dallas, from my Dallas haul when I went fabric shopping in Dallas. And so remember, I'm making the signature maxi dress. I've already made it, but I want to do the flutter sleeves, and I want it to be longer. So that's what I bought this for. This will probably move up in the sewing queue, and I still have not finished the aprons and all that. That stuff is in the queue too, in my buckets back here. Remember, I showed you my buckets and how everything's kind of situated in there, but I left this fabric up here. And so yeah, that is what's planned. Plus I am so excited. I'm excited about a lot, but I am so excited. Not only am I, you know, prepping to get things mailed and shipped for the admin box, but the ladies in the retreat, for those who are watching, hello y'all, we just recently had a live, our first live in the retreat Facebook group for what's coming up, and then we have another one in another day with the first one was with Isabel, the next one is with Nikki. So that's exciting, because yeah, is really go mode for that, because the retreat is earlier this year. Well, it's still in February, but it's not at the end of February, it's at the beginning of February. And for those who don't know, I'm skipping 2027 because there's a lot of other family stuff that we'll have to travel for quite a bit next year, and so I didn't want to have to be planning all of that, although the advent box for 2026 is already on deck. But yeah, so that is what is going on. And like I said, I have not finished the aprons or the back pillow, any of that stuff. I kind of was planning that stuff over, you know, certain days and everything, and so when I had to go out of town unexpectedly for a few days, you know, everything just got kind of pushed back. So I'm just gonna, you know, now that I'm finally back in my sewing room, I'm just gonna take my time, start cutting and sewing. And the few projects I have coming up are easy sews, so it's not anything necessarily complicated, but outside of that, you know, SewNaturalDane is busy. It is go time, and so that's exciting. And I think that's it. That's all I had. I just wanted to do a quick catch up. I am back in the sewing room. This is what's going on. You should have a review for the Winnie pants coming up soon. And the other things I said I was going to be working on, that's in my bucket I shared previously. So stay tuned, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. And again, go ahead, purchase your Advent theme sewing Advent box. And the link for that will be down below. And yeah, that's all I have. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Leave them in the comments. Send me an email or whatever. Let me know if you have any other questions. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to thumbs up this video. All right, everybody, have a blessed start to your week, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.